Hi, this is Diana Cave. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about North Carolina digital competencies. Um, the one that's most important to me is leadership in digital learning. History of the digital competencies. In 2013, the State Board of Education, the North Carolina State Board of Education, developed digital teaching and learning competencies to provide high-quality integrated digital technology and learning. So in 2023, they updated their competencies so that it would align with the standards created by the International Society for Technology and Education. So, what are the four competencies? Leadership in digital learning, digital citizenship, digital content and instruction, data and assessment. So, my focus is on leadership in digital learning. Leadership in digital learning. Need to accelerate the integration of digital teaching and learning methods and practices. We need to take initiative for our own professional growth as educators, engage our peers for collaboration, and demonstrate leadership and innovation. So what exactly does that mean for me? Well, a lot, especially since I consider myself a techno lagger. And some of this has been very difficult for me. But again, I have really learned a lot and grown a lot and figured out exactly really that it is imperative and so important for our students to have those 21st century skills as well as their instructors. So my plan is that I should expand my knowledge, mastery of technological applications for professional growth and student learning. Mastery is a big, strong, scary word there for me because I'm not sure that I'll ever be a master at it, but I hope that my intentions are to learn it and be able to utilize it and integrate it into all of my courses and be successful. So I need to take initiative with my own professional growth. I really want to focus on the Canvas platform and integrate it into my teaching style. There are plenty of other training opportunities, including this course with Dr. Brown, and especially through the Canvas network to expose me more to this particular tool and what it can do. So I will develop at least one lesson plan this fall, which I've already kind of like tinkered around with and started working on, deliver it with the Canvas app to develop my familiarity with it and expose students to it. Primarily in our school system, I hear most people using the Google Classrooms, but I do know that there are some instructors that use Canvas. So some of the students are probably already familiar with it. And if they're not, they'll probably have an easier time learning it and learning how to navigate it than I will. So my professional development plan. Establish my goals, which I've already stated. I need to get up to speed, not be such a techno lagger, develop the Canvas, obtain more education as necessary to accomplish my goals, such as this course and other courses and training tutorials that I can have specific with Canvas. Another thing that I just thought of too, we have a Promethean interactive whiteboard, and I know that it will do a lot of things that I don't know how to use on it just yet. So I'm going to just kind of throw that in there too. Review my goals with my mentor at the beginning of the year. Conduct a mid-year review with my mentor, of course, because that's a requirement, but this is going to be specific with how my progress is working in digital leadership. Another thing I think is important is to gain insight from the students to see what's working for them, see what I can do to try to make it a little bit more easy to navigate, a little bit more user-friendly, make sure it's set up where it flows well for them and they understand that, and that it's not maybe a struggle for them to integrate into the Canvas if they're not used to it yet. Address areas for opportunity noted in my mid-year review, and that can only come and me be more specific with that after I'm at that midpoint. And then complete an end of the year review with my mentor. So I wanted to incorporate that into my PDP for the following year and address any other areas of opportunity to build my digital competency. Results. I will see how students adjust to the learning environment and evaluate especially how my non-traditional learners adapt and hopefully thrive. I will determine where my weaknesses are and further boost my professional education prior to the start of the spring semester and direct my efforts on my weak spots. Well, we already know my biggest weakness is I'm kind of like a techno-glagger, so I have a lot to learn. So that one is going to be really important for me to think about as I progress through this and to keep some extra notes on. Then I will enter the spring semester prepared to increase my digital deliverables to my student. The deliverer will be a competent group of students able to successfully pass the North Carolina Basic EMT class with marketable skills and able to find meaningful employment when they leave high school. This is an actual copy of a professional development plan that is required. Of course, you can see that, but I went ahead and made this out specifically for this one about learning how to use technology. And there's a couple of activities and my outcomes, which are kind of things that I've already stated with the previous slides, but this was just an example that I wanted to show. So closing thoughts. I need to have clear and realistic goals. Follow the plan, but adapt as necessary. That comes with any learning style. Evaluate the results honestly and accurately. Honestly, probably critique myself a little bit more and hold myself to a little bit more high standards than I have been. Use what I've learned and expand it forward. Evaluate the results, not just on the mentor's review, but from the students' reviews as well, and consider how well the plan worked for them, as they are really who we're here for. Again, I think that's an important part to get their input and just be able to collaborate together. So in closing, to be a good teacher, you should first be a good student, which I sometimes fail at, but there's always room for improvement. Thank you.